So, welcome to the episode 4 of Digital Product Series. How do you create your own digital product? So, in this one, we'll be talking about specifically building digital product. So, you have laid down the foundation of defined audience and value. So, now you understand who your audience is going to be and what kind of value you are going to deliver. Now, it's time for the exciting part, actually building your digital product. So the goal of this episode is to guide you as my viewer a step-by-step process on creating digital product, whether it's a course, ebook, or maybe another form of digital content, whatever that happens to be, whatever is preferable to you. So I'll provide you tools and tips for the streamlined process. Section 1, structuring your content. So, structuring your content. Basically, you have to identify your core sections and modules. So, say for example, I'm creating how to create your digital product. So, I'm going to identify all of the sections that I can cover. Basically, from understanding what exactly is digital product and why it is successful, and then creating digital product, marketing it, and launching it. So that is the entire process. So I have to divide them into 5 or maybe 6 different modules, and then each will have different lessons inside of it to make it more detailed and to make it deeper and easier for my audience to understand. So that's how I identify the core sections and module. So you have to just break them down onto the most modular level. If creating an ebook, outline the chapters that guide the readers from basic to advanced understanding. If it's course, do the exact same thing. Create modules, inside of modules, lesson, and take it to the most deeper level that you can possibly take to provide the most value to your audience. Then the next point is focus on the flow. Focus on the flow. Ensure that the product flow keeps the user engaged using the step-by-step or a progressive structure. That's how I do it. I do it really, really progressively. Let's say, for example, if I'm creating a course on digital product, then the first thing is what exactly is digital product, and then why should you start with it, and why a business must have digital product. These kinds of, like, it has a flow, very natural flow, where you can get to understand everything step by step. So even if you watch it right now, even after a month, maybe 2 months, 3 months, 4 months, you'll still remember all of the process step by step, because I've taught it in a way that has a very precise structured flow. So tip what I'll give you for this one is map out a rough draft before diving into specific. Tools like maybe Mind Minister or something like that, or maybe Trello, can help you visualize that entire flow. So section 2, developing your content itself. Point number 1, creating written content. For maybe ebooks, use a reliable word processor, maybe like Google Docs, or maybe Skiviers or something like that. I haven't remember the exact same thing, but it was Skinneviverner or something like that. You can just type on some related name and it will just pop up. So written content for basically. So start with a rough draft that you can edit and refine, because you need a bunch of feedbacks, you need a bunch of like proofreadings in order to improve your ebook. Because when I started writing my own ebooks, I did like multiple time, maybe 6 or 7 proofreading, and every single time I used to find mistakes. Every single time I used to find the points that I can improve, or I can write better stuff in there. So make sure that you are writing rough drafts in order to them to improve and improve and improve and improve. Keep on improving it. Make sure that you at least take 10 proofreadings, or maybe if possible 5 or 6 feedbacks on that particular page or on that particular draft in order to improve that. For courses, develop each lesson script and focus on the clarity and engagement. Scripts can ensure that you deliver the key message without missing any sort of details inside of that. So just write down the script and make sure that you understand. Look at the script as a third person. Think about that. You are the third person, you are the audience, and now read the script. Do you think every single point is covered? Do you have any kind of questions after that? If not, then that's the perfect script. And if you have questions, cover them. That's how it works. Then design and visuals. For ebooks, consider Canva, maybe Adobe InDesign for layouts and design. It's not too much. In ebooks, you don't necessarily need some sort of flashy stuff. You just need the value. That's it. It's for the readers. Readers don't need those kind of cheap dopamines. For courses, Canva can also create the slide designs and visual appealing, not overall complex, but the basic stuff can be done through Canva also. But the pro tip that I'll give you is use the consistent color schemes, font, and layout to keep the visual aligned with the brand. Say for example, once you're creating using this particular maybe Arial fonts, and with black backgrounds, orange written text, and all of the different like astronauts and something. And then on the very next course, on the very next episode, on the next module, you're just changing all of it. You're changing the font, you're changing the layout, you're changing all of it. Then that's not how it works. You have to be really concise. You have to be really, you have to have like the cohesion between all the modules, design, fonts, and all of the things. So decide all of the things very first hand, that what font you're going to use, what layout you're going to use, what colors you're going to use. Have all of these things really precisely decided. Section 3, recording and editing. So recording requires like some basic equipments. You would necessarily need like a quality microphone, maybe a camera, and some lightings. Tips what I'll give you is use a microphone over a camera built-in audio for professional sound. If you are creating a course, then if you are creating a professional course, then I'd suggest you just buy a microphone. I'm not doing like some sort of professional, but I'm just giving out the value. This is actually valuable and I don't necessarily need, because my voice is clear and my camera is not that bad at all. So I just don't necessarily prefer that. But if you have a camera that does not have a good quality audio, or your voice does not have like the pitch that it has to have in order to have clear voice in your camera, then I'd suggest you go and buy a microphone. And editing, you need maybe Adobe Premiere Pro or maybe Final Cut, or simpler tools like iMovie, as simple as it can get. Quick tips: add caption, bullet points on the screen to highlight information. In order, if you want to like highlight any sort of information that is really important, you need to put on captions, or you need to bullet point. You need some sort of bullet points. Maybe I'm giving some kind of tips or tactics, then I'll put on the bullet points on the screen whilst I'm talking in the background. If I'm doing like the background stuff, if I'm doing like the on camera stuff when I'm sitting in front of camera, also on that point I'll just put on some points on the side of my face. That's how it has to be in order to have more and more attention and engagement. Section number 4, tools and efficiency. So project management tools, like you can use Trello, Notion, or Asana. These days is really famous to keep the progress track. You have to have like everything in progress. You have to track all of the stuff. How many videos have you recorded, how many scripts have you written, and how many videos you have to record by this week in order to complete that by this particular date or that particular date. You have to have every single thing aligned, that what is your launch date going to be, where you're going to launch it, and at what point you're going to complete this particular episode, that particular episode. You have to have every single thing tracked, precisely tracked. So for that, use maybe Notion, Trello, or Asana, whatever that happens to be. Then you need to have automations and templates. So for that, automations and templates, for saving time for repetitive tasks, you can outline all of the contents and graphic templates. Maybe use Canva or something like that. Maybe Adobe Premiere Pro. So how to have templates. Basically for my course, I use a simple template where I have like a picture in the background of laptop and money. That's it. And I just write text. And in the background, I throw the value, all of it. So I basically change the slides as the topic moves forward. And that is how I do it. But I don't necessarily design it every single time. I have a template pre-created, just change the text. Change the text, that's it. That's all of it. And consistency. Schedule a dedicated time for content creation. Sticking to a schedule for maximizing productivity. Let's say, for example, I'm creating this video in morning, 8 o'clock. And then on the very next day, I'm creating the same particular video, but at 11 o'clock. Third day, I'm not even recording it. Fourth day, I don't feel like it, because I don't have any consistency. So have consistency. If you want to have, if you want to accomplish anything, you have to have consistency and you have to have a schedule. Say for example, if I'm decided that I'm going to create this video at 8, I'm going to do that anyways. If there is particularly like some random thing popped off, which is really urgent to complete, then you can compromise on your schedule. You can be flexible. But if you don't have anything to do, then just don't waste your time on scrolling Instagram. Just do that. Just do the work. So to conclude, I will say is recap key points, mention the structure of the content, developing actual material which is useful by using the right tools like Canva, Adobe Premiere, iMovie, the free ones. Basically, when you're just starting out with your journey of content creation, basically when you're just starting out with your journey of digital product creation, just start with the free tools. That's what I will suggest you. So now that you've got the blueprint of your product, it's time to take the action. So in the next episode, we'll cover how to package and publish your digital product and what platform to choose. And one last thing, one most important thing. If you are really serious about creating your own digital product, then I have a dedicated course on it, which includes 6 modules. Each module includes a lessons inside of it each. And I have all the workbooks, step-by-step guides, and also some checklists that you need to get started with your own digital product journey. With that, if you find any kind of difficulties in creating your digital product, all of your money back to you. That's how I'll guarantee you that this is how easy I make the process. If you buy that product, link is in the description to the Gumroad, or if you are a Skillshare member already, then that is also available on Skillshare. You can just join the classes. So see you in the next one.